Yeah, how's it going? I hope this video signal holds up. Or might not be able to do this tonight. Uh, but This is day one of November 2016, and amazing. We're almost at the end of the year, and I'm going to be doing uh, a video each day in response to a challenge on one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and it's pretty intimidating, but I'm excited to do it. I've never done more than one video in a row. I've never done two in a row, but I hope you'll join me, because what we're going to do this month, if you get on board with this, is we're just gonna we're gonna just focus on growth and relationships, making changes in your life, um, whether that's eating more vegetables, getting back to the gym, improving your communication with people. Hey, Stephanie, thanks to see you. So we're this month, Julie and I, we're going to be teaching a parenting class. So some of these videos will be for parenting. I've got parenting on the brain. I've been studying for months and been reading lots of good books. So each day I'll probably try to share a website or a book on different topics. But even if you're not a parent, even if you don't work with kids, I hope you'll find it beneficial, because so much of parenting is about communication, emotional health, and you could use this to parent yourself. You could use these videos to um, process, and, and make changes. So one of the key things, a lot of people that I do marriage counseling here at Western Seminary, at a New Day Counseling Center, and I talk to couples, I talk to families, I work with folks with mood disorders and addiction, particularly pornography addiction, and I work with folks looking to make changes with career, try to find their calling in their career. But what a lot of people might not realize, might not know, that I spend most of the week um, as a health coach talking to people about losing weight and quitting tobacco and managing diabetes and hypertension and preventing diabetes and heart disease and stress management and getting enough exercise. So I spend most of the week talking to people about change and motivation, and I spend most of the week having conversations with people about the disconnection between what they know they should do or what they want to do with their health in particular, um, and what they're actually doing. And so that is one thing that I'd like to help you with. And so here at the start of this is I want to ask you, so maybe each day I'll ask you a question too and give you homework. So the first question I like to do is, here at the start of November 1st, of this month, I'm going to be, if you like, I'm going to be hanging out with you every day. It might be short, but I'm going to give you something to think about every day. And today what I want you to think about is, what is something that you know you should do, or something you know that you need to do, or something that you know that you want to do. So just take a moment to think about right now, and that could be with your health, that could be with work, that could be with relationships, that could be with your hobbies, that could be screen time and social media. What's something that you want to change or need to change or improve? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is take out a piece of paper, um, and write it down. And if you're brave, um, write it down in there in the comments. Like, what's something that you want to improve, change, or work on this month? because I'm going to help you do it. I'm going to help you make it happen. 2016, 2 more months to go. This year, this is the year that I finally applied to Survivor. And, it took me a year to do that. So what is something that you've been postponing, avoiding, not pulling the trigger on, and hopefully you'll get it done this month. Okay, so write it down, type it in the comments, and we'll see how we do together. See, this is the thing. This month, especially month of Thanksgiving, it's not about more. So that's why I want to start with this month. A lot of times in couples counseling, I talk about a softened startup. It's from John Gottman's research, and it's about talking to your spouse and bringing up something that you want to change, a concern you have in the relationship. And what you do is you start with a softened startup, and so this might be for some of you. Some of you might need to hear this. As we go through this, the place to start isn't being hard on yourself and trying to find the hardest thing that you need to fix and change. This month is not going to be about beating yourself up. It's not going to be about going beast mode on yourself. It's not about a temporary fix. Or I'm going to encourage you to find a different way of trying really hard and then falling off with exercise or with eating, getting after it for a whole 30 days, and then falling off the bandwagon, or getting through the week and then crashing and binging. This month, it's not about more. It's about connecting with being enough, and connecting with what is enough and what is most important in your life. And it's about finding contentment and simplicity. Here's a resource that I think might help some of you. Oh, and before I show it to you, why do I say not beating yourself up and going beast mode on yourself? If just being harder and hard on yourself was enough to get the results that you want and be where you want to be, then some of you'd already be there. You know, some of you are already plenty hard on yourself, and that doesn't really work long term. Being hard on yourself, beating yourself up, and disgusted with yourself, being harsh with yourself, looking in the mirror and not liking what you like, what you see, and kind of berating yourself, beating yourself up to whip up enough motivation to get back into the gym or throw out the extra bags of Halloween candy. I know that was probably unfair right now. But, getting mad enough at yourself, that might get you started, but that's not sustainable. Okay? So here's the first resource I want to share with you. I just came across this recently. This website, selfcompassion.org. self-compassion.org. It's a cool website by the author Kristen Neff. Her book's still on my to-read list, but I've been reading her website. It's pretty awesome. And so this is the first homework assignment. I want to encourage you to test your level of self-compassion. Go through this. It's like a pretty comprehensive test. It's going to take you more than 5 minutes. And I want you to fill this out and see if you have an issue with being too critical on yourself, and if you need some self-compassion at the start of this month of making some changes or improvements in your life. Here's the first question. I'm disapproving and judgmental about my own flaws and inadequacies. When I'm down, I tend to obsess and fixate on everything that's wrong. So go through that. I encourage you to go through that and see if you need to make learn some self-compassion. Why is self-compassion so important? Being hard on yourself and just trying to change and make improvements on your own is really isolating. And it disconnects you from one key thing that really helps and sustains change, and that's connection and the support of other people. And so I hope that you'll have fun watching these videos. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the problem of the word why and the question why, and then one good aspect of finding why. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.